Should we say hi?
I think we're live. Yes. So,
Yeah.
hello, guys. Welcome to another 613 podcast where we interview other light workers. I'm Annie.
I'm Flavia.
And today we have the beautiful Alanna Heavenly with us to talk about channeling. Hi, Alanna.
Hi, guys. Good to be here.
Yay. So excited to have you and to talk about this awesome thing that is channeling.
Yeah.
So, chat
Chat's
is working.
Yay. Already a win for today.
Totally. So, hi, guys. Um, Are we on the right place, Flavia?
Yes. Just in the different account.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Because we are, I'm seeing that we are using the account of the Temple of the Cosmos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are we streaming this from the temple? Because that was not the plan. But anyways, guys. So today we have, as I said, Alanna here. We're going to talk a little bit about channeling, what channeling means for us. And yeah, it's going to be just like this easygoing kind of chat about this. Anything you want to say before we start, Alanna?
Yeah, actually, we were just talking about how I'm a little bit nervous because I don't normally just present myself as I am as Alanna on screen. I'm usually channeling other beings, and I don't we got to play the separation game with this, right? So I don't completely view them as myself. So now I'm the one being questioned. I'm like, oh my gosh, how is this gonna work? But
Yeah.
it'll be great.
That's great. That's very exciting for me personally, but okay. So my first question would be, what is channeling, or what is channeling for you?
For me, channeling is like I'm the call operator. Like I will connect to the divine in various frequencies and help bridge that gap for other people, if that makes sense. And channeling can be through different mediums, whether it's through artwork, whether it's through channeling poetry, channeling a specific being that you're calling in, your higher self, anything like that. One of my teachers used to call it like a straw, like you're a straw funneling through information. So as a channel, it's my job to make sure that that straw is clear and clean, that I'm maintaining myself so that I am able to function properly as a channel.
Oh yeah, that's one of my questions as well, but let's not get you ahead. I was gonna say something else. But anyways, I feel like it's the same for me. It's like I feel like a bridge when that is happening, right? And it's so important. I would give the same analogy even, to keep that bridge clean, so we are not bringing through things that are in alignment with whatever it is that we put ourselves out there to do. And that's one thing that I love about your channel, because I can feel that straw clean, and I feel that the way that it comes across, it's really, really loving as well. And really, I won't say positive. I prefer loving, but it's the same thing. It's always empowering. So that's one of the things that I really admire in your channeling. And one of the things as well that I really admire when you're channeling is your stillness, that you give yourself time to breathe sometimes, which I need to remind myself to do every once in a while. It's like, you can take a breather. So every time that I'm watching you, I learn. So I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, because people are there to hear your channeled messages, and there's no rush. You can take the time to breathe, to reset, because as channels, there are times when you get distracted. Of course, that's all natural. I think it's important for everyone to realize that we're human. It's okay to have distractions and make mistakes, but to learn how to get back into that flow is super important.
I think so. And to have that ethics as well with what you're doing, and respecting everyone involved, not only ourselves as humans, but the beings that are being channeled, and the beings who are receiving the message as well. And to be able to be in that flow, I feel like it comes with a package of the mastering of this channeling ability.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I love that about you. You're going to say something?
No, I was going to ask, how did you start channeling?
Oh, yes. Okay, so I started first by learning Reiki, and I realized that I was seeing things and feeling things, and I really needed to hone in on those kind of gifts because I just didn't know how to utilize them. So I remember going to my first in-person mediumship circle, and there was this woman who hosts it in midtown New York City. And I went there so nervous. Like, I knew for most of my life that I was intuitive, but I never like channeled spirits. So I kind of just like sat down, and she was like straight into, Alanna, what do you feel? And I was like, what? What do you mean? And she's like, tell us the first thing. So I did it, and I got a message from someone's grandfather. And I was like, that's it? Like, I don't have to like use my brain that much. I just need to relax, and that's it. I was so amazed. And I continued going to that circle. And I remember we were learning how to do trance channeling. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't channel. Like, she would put us in a chair in the center of the circle, spotlight on us, the lights were off. But I remember I didn't have to, but I channeled in the center of the circle, and I heard information. There was an Arcturian being, but I was too scared to say Arcturian because I actually had never heard of that. So I was like, I'm not going to say these words out loud. I'm going to sound like an idiot. So I just sat there in silence. And my teacher was like, Alanna, what do you hear? And I just didn't say anything. And then after that, I was like, maybe this isn't right for me. Maybe I'm not a channel. Like, I can't do this. Like, it's not good for me. I don't know what I'm doing. And then years later, I'm here.
Wow, that's quite a starting, I'll say. To it, like being put in the middle of the circle, like go Lana. Channel the grandfather. Oh my God.
But I understand why she did it that way, and I appreciate it. I need to be pushed over the cliff every now and then.
That's awesome.
Yeah, to spread your wings and fly.
That's very, very brave.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh yeah.
I love that story though. Super cool. Like, yeah, you just go there. And then
that's a puppy, by the way, in case, because you can't completely tell that there's a puppy over there. You just see
something moving.
Stella is spreading, guys. Thank you for like because that could get awkward really fast.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, how long ago was that?
Maybe it was 3 years ago or so.
Wow. It's the same time that it started for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Always such sisters.
Same wave.
Yeah, same wave of ascension, I'll say.
Yeah.
That is super cool. So let's talk about a little bit of how you manage your frequency and how important that is for you as you're channeling.
Yeah, so there's overall like frequency management with what I do every day, and then what I do when I'm connecting with beings, if it's for like a public channeling or sessions or whatever. So I meditate every day. That's a requirement. And it's not as if I'm stilling my mind. It's more of knowing what to filter. What are the helpful messages versus what are the messages that are just like chatter? Because, like things like to talk, and I don't need to listen to it all the time. So that's a big one. And then knowing how food impacts me, and also giving myself the ease to treat myself every now and then. Like I don't want it to feel like a really stressful job, right? So when I started channeling even more, I would treat myself after my public channelings by like getting a burger and fries after. That was my little treat for my inner child and everything, for just putting myself out there. So while some people would think that's terrible, like that was part of me being able to maintain everything and have a balance for myself. I don't really need to do that as much anymore, but that was just part of my practice that was loving for me. And I usually try to make sure that I have a clear mind, a clear head before. Like there's nothing like nagging at me. And I do that by journaling or like just really being clear with myself, like really facing what's happening in my mind. So that I guess it's like being super present with myself in the moment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I used to do that too, by the way, with the eating something. Yay. At the end of the channeling, it would help me ground and be present. Yeah, sometimes chips or ice cream, something.
French fries.
Yeah. And I understand that it's like some people are gonna be like, oh my God, don't do that. But it was like a coping mechanism. I don't need it as much anymore. It's every once in a while that I feel like, okay, I need to, eat something, let's say heavier to help my body feel more present. But I think we end up figuring out what works for us, with time and what is our preferred technique to channel as well and what really works. So what is your preferred technique? Because you can channel in so many different ways.
Yeah, it changes actually. But I wanted to mention, like we talked about maintenance, and there's so much maintenance that you can do before you channel, but also it's important to think about the maintenance after you channel as well. Because when you're integrating a specific being's essence, it's important to recognize your own essence and be able to get back into your state instead of having that being's like personality onto you. So that's why I always say make sure you have a grounding practice for yourself before you're even channeling, because I mean, you can see some people like who don't have that grounding practice, and that's why things I don't even know what to call it.
It gets really hard for you and for your body when you don't have that technique. And sometimes even you can sense or you can feel a little bit of their own, let's say, trauma spilling out, and of course, like you said, we are human and it's great, it's beautiful. And if we have a trigger, address that and it's okay, it's fine. And it's moving with your own flow, I'll say. But it's really important to know that you are safe, I feel like. So I feel like that's what it tackles, it's like helping your body feel safe and held as you are bringing this quote unquote foreign energy into it and easing yourself in and out of it. And it makes me think of a vocal coach kind of thing, right? That you need to warm up your voice before you sing, and then you need to warm it quote unquote down a little bit, after it. So
that's a good point.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But what was your next question?
What are your favorite beings to channel and why?
My favorite beings. That was a question, really? I don't remember. I feel like I heard something completely different. So I
asked something different, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but it's gonna come back.
But good. I'm not completely in another world.
Oh, I remember. It was your technique, your favorite technique to channel.
Right.
Oh, my favorite method.
Yeah.
It really depends on my mood. Sometimes I really like channeling poetry and sending it to people, and then I get tired of it and want to channel a different way. I channel through like making jewelry. I've lately like really like collaborating with people like yourselves. I love to do the co-channeling with you guys because it's so cool. Like I just think it's amazing that we like get the same messages, and
it's always like a lot of fun and super validating. Yeah, of that too. But you would say like clear conduit.
Yes,
is your favorite.
Clear conduit, and I tried with trance channeling. It's not my favorite. I found for me like I like to be present.
Yeah. I found that too for me. I like it because it gives me that sense of wow, because I totally forget what was happening. I absolutely get out. And when I come back, I'm like, wow, that's true then, because I can't remember anything. I don't know what happened. So it gave me that sense of, I'll say power, it was empowering for me, but I prefer being awake and participating and, getting into, having fun. That's better. Now, who are your favorite beings? Yeah.
So the first being that I channeled publicly is Kalima. And so I always love to channel her because she's so spicy and just straight to the point, you know? So she's one of my favorites. Let's see. I also like Toni Morrison. I'll be channeling her, I think, on the 20th or so. But she's wonderful. And Kalima, who else? I like the really bold beings.
I'm just saying, I'm seeing someone tapping their finger like a foot like this.
I know.
Yeah.
I love channeling Mer.
Oh.
Yeah, she was child. Yeah, she was daughter. I love channeling her. That goes without saying. But I'm really more attracted to the things that people are afraid of, I would say. Yeah. So like I haven't channeled Lilith publicly, but I've channeled her on my own. So like I'm surprised I haven't channeled her publicly yet.
Oh my God, we should totally do it.
We should, yes.
Both of
So
you at
we
the
feel
same
like
time.
a double Lilith. Oh yeah.
But yeah, those kind of beings who like have that quote unquote like bad reputation for being badasses.
I love that too.
Yeah.
What was it? You were gonna say something else?
I was gonna say something else. No.
Okay.
Okay. So the last question we have.
Something happened here.
Yeah.
Now.
I'm gonna share like 3 quick.
Oh yeah, you were gonna share 3 tips, right?
Yes. Just for anyone who's aspiring to channel or who like wants to channel even more. Things that really helped me. And please like let me know if like you agree, if this helped you as well when you're channeling. So the first one is make it fun, make channeling fun for you, although it may not be fun initially. So as I said in the beginning, I was so frightened of channeling. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I don't know how to do it. And like people kept telling me that I'm just a natural channel, and I just did not know what that meant. So I had to move through the fear, because for me, if I sense a fear, then I just want to figure out, okay, what is this fear? Let's just figure it out. let's do it. I'm not one to run from my fears anymore. So now that I've like gone through that phase of gotten through my fears, okay, now let's figure out how can I make this fun for me? And that's by collaborating with you guys, channeling and making poetry, doing whatever I can to make channeling fun. So the next thing is you just need to do it. You can't talk about wanting to channel, you just need to channel.
Yeah.
So it's a practice, and you won't always feel ready to do it. Maybe you won't ever feel ready to channel, but you just have to open your mouth. There's so many times when I have to connect with a being, for example, let's say Mer, when I just didn't feel like I was necessarily ready to channel her. And then I was like, Alanna, just do it. Like, you don't have to share the message if you don't want to. So I just opened my mouth and just recorded myself channeling her. And the way I felt when I channeled her, it was just like, I want everyone to feel this way.
Yeah.
So that's why I started sharing it. And yeah, that's also why I'm starting the spirit channeling circle too, so that people can just do it and practice in a safe and loving environment, and I can guide them through it. So, and then lastly, your personality is a part of this too. So especially as empaths, like you'll feel the being's personality through your personality. So don't try to shut that part off. Like I tried to do that for so long, and then I realized, oh, the being wants to express themselves through my personality too, which is why I'm mostly different when like I'll channel a Mer or a Kali Ma, and if they like say something really, let's say bitchy, and I'm not always that way. I'm sometimes, but not always.
I like the not always.
So yeah, those are just some quick tips that I wanted to give people.
I love all of them, and I agree with all of them. And I think like they're all very relevant. And for example, like the last one you said, I think that's when you fully kind of find yourself in your own method of channeling, is when you allow yourself to be present and to understand that in truth, there is no separation from you and that being. and they are coming across in a way, let's say they chose you, right, for specific reasons, and they want you to be present. They want you to put yourself in the mix as well. It's not to fully remove all of you. And that's why I always say that there is no 100% clear channeling, because there is always at least your body as a filter, my voice, my vocabulary, the things that I can or cannot understand with my mind. And so that all plays a role. And the more that we make peace with that, and the more that we just allow that to make us stronger and more empowered, the easier channeling gets. And I love the having fun as well. That's why I always want to channel beings that feel fun for me and that make me excited, to channel them, and not just to channel someone because other people want me to channel, because I've tried doing that and that doesn't work for me.
It doesn't.
Just like, oh my God, thank you very much for letting me, and as I said, choosing me, but I can't do this because you don't fully connect, right? So I love all of your tips. Thank you very much. So what do you want to promote? What do you want to share with us, and things that are going to happen soon for you?
Yeah, so let's talk about the Temple of the Cosmos quickly, the Patreon that we're collaborating on. I feel like I want you to talk about it, but it's we are collaborating on this Patreon, which is really cool. This month is about divine purpose, and we had our first channeling, I think it was last week, and we have another one on our Discord this week, the 24th. I don't know if it's
24th. 24th. Yeah.
Maybe that's next week. I don't know. But it's Temple of the Cosmos. And then I'm starting a spirit channeling circle next month. It will be low cost for everyone to just be involved and be able to grow their gifts. And I'm not a hard ass, even though I channel hard asses, I'm actually quite nice. So it'll be okay. So my plan for that is I will bring forth the channeled message, whether it's like an audio or written down, and so that you can connect with that being's energy. And then we'll have a live event per month, just where we have that spirit channeling circle and
that is
show people how to channel. Cool. Yeah. And then I have this month is I'm starting Love Letters to the Americas, and I'm channeling prominent Black figures, and the first person will be Toni Morrison.
Yay!
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and they can find it all on your website, right?
Yes.
Subscribe to your newsletter.
Subscribe to my newsletter to get the latest on that, and then also I'm on YouTube as well, and I'm posting there, and Instagram and Facebook.
Yay!
As Alanna Heavenly.
Yes, AlannaHeavenly.com, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to read one of the comments.
Yeah.
Where is it?
The mouse.
Yeah, the mouse. I think my mom said, she asked who is it, because my mom only speaks Portuguese.
Okay.
And she said that she likes you because you're happy and you're pure light and you are so, illuminated and so shiny.
Oh,
so she wanted us to let you know that.
Thank you.
Because I fully agree.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much, sister. This was so much fun as always. Can't wait for our new adventures in the Temple of the Cosmos. Like she said, everyone is welcome. There's still time to join. We're still going to have a live chat on Discord. It's going to be written down, I think. And we're still figuring out the technology and things like that. Yeah. But you're going to get many, many more of your questions answered. And we are releasing the bundle with all the practices and things this week. So you're going to have some time to practice. And then we can have this live chat on Discord. And every month we are tackling a different theme, we'll say. This month, as she said, is Divine Purpose, which has been so much fun so far. And you already have access to the live events that we just had. So even if you didn't get to participate live, you can still watch it. And if you have questions from watching that, you can ask us on Discord on 24th. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Mer is a daughter, Yeshua's daughter, and no one knows her by name. So she's also excited to just tell stories about how she grew up and everything and worked with Sarah, who people know a bit more of. And yeah.
Yeah.
That's so much fun. So thank you for letting us interview you, Alanna, and not
Thank you.
anyone else today. That was so much fun. So
Yeah.
thank you. And thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and keep letting us know what other people you want us to bring for the podcast, what other themes you want us to
Talk about.
talk about. And we have a channeling in about 10 minutes with Isis' firstborn, which is not Horus. Her name is Al-Sarat, and she is a woman, and her story is freaking fascinating. We're doing that on Patreon for tier 2 and up. So you can join. Is there a link
Yes.
below? You can join on Patreon if you want now. And even if you're watching it afterwards, you can
Yeah,
still do it.
to the Lightworker 613 Patreon.
Yes.
This one. Yes.
Thank
Now there are
you.
2 links down below.
Oh yeah,
for Patreon.
So on the Lightworker 6131, we're gonna
Yes.
do a channeling in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Alanna.
you so much.
Thank you. Don't forget Sarah's book channeling this month too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Alanna is facilitating for us, and we are creating this book together, which is Sarah's story. So
Yeah. On the
our
28th.
5th chapter,
Fourth.
fourth chapter is on the 28th this month. That's
Awesome.
excited, and she's gonna talk about the crucifixion.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Okay. All right. So see you guys.